Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I'm DogGodFrogLog, and we're gonna be playing some Skyweaver today. Let me just copy the link right here from the Twitter. Okay, so welcome back to the stream. It's been a long minute since I've been online, that's for sure. I got a different setup here, so it's a little bit more comfy. It's been a pretty wild couple months. Set up here. So yeah, it's been a pretty couple fucking wild months. I'm gonna play some Skyweaver here in a moment. Have a beer and a smoke. Check out the news. Keep an eye on crypto. I do have 2 shorts open at the moment. Go ahead and show you my position too. So I got 2 shorts going on here. Got a 4 times leverage and a 3 times leverage. I popped the first one around the 130 mark and the second one around the 133 on the spike. I figured they're both pretty safe. We're still up like 2% overall, and I got a tiny little bit left. I don't think that we're going to spike again before I'm able to sell these off, but if we do, I'm going to drop another tiny little times 10 if I don't have my charts or anything up, but if we break down and it looks like we're going down for the next week, because I mean, God, we have to be breaking down soon. I'm really expecting like this bull market's been kind of crazy, but well, it's not really a bull market, but this relief rally has been kind of crazy. My voice audio is a little bit low. Let me turn it up. Let me try that. Or this. There, maybe that's better. Excuse me. But the market has been really fucking crazy the last couple weeks. We had the drop, which was expected the last couple years just because we've been pumped up so fucking much since 2008. But the relief rally's really been throwing everybody off. I really think that we would have slid down into I need more water, into a regular depression, but or recession at least, whatever. But the Fed has just been pumping money into it, just an amazing amount of money. But what's gonna happen is there's no way to keep these headlines down. We are about to lose way too many Americans. If I would honestly feel somewhat more optimistic if it wasn't for our healthcare system. If we had a first world healthcare system that had any kind of surge capacity, if we had extra doctors, if we weren't already basically running our entire system on a skeleton crew, and not even that, but extremely high prices. So we're gonna end up with a lot of people in medical debt after this. And I don't see an upside. We have a huge amount of workers out of work. We did manage to solve the liquidity problem, more or less, and we have the market's more or less saved, but the people aren't. And the market's what, always 6 to 9 months ahead of itself. So this is what the market would have looked like 6 to 9 months from now if it wasn't America, you know? What's gonna happen is we're gonna start losing so many Americans. We're gonna get so many bad optics. We're gonna be shut down for a longer than we should be, just because of the reinfection period. Probably quarter 4. Probably this winter. That's when everyone expects us to have a second wave of reinfections. So that'll probably be pretty bad. I'm thinking we're dead for the year. Maybe next January. Beyond that, we might be okay. If we had a better stimulus package, then I wouldn't be so worried. But with the massive amounts of just defaults that we're gonna have, with 3 million we're gonna get even higher than that. With 20% of America like fucking unemployed, it's gonna be really bad. And there's a lot of pushback at the top. People are so poor that you can't give them money, because if you give them money, that's more money than they ever have had before being poor. And so corporate, like the Senate they're fine handing out money to corporate. They're fine handing out money to people who deserve it, or people who can handle money. But the way that they look at it is, you're poor, you can't handle money, they can't give you money, it's a waste of money to give you money. And so that's really the kind of mindset. I was cracking up at Mitch McConnell's statements that giving Americans more than $1,200 would be the final death blow to our economy. Because it's not true at all. I mean, obviously, if we increase liquidity of the lower class and everything, we can bounce back quicker from the closure of our small businesses and everything. But they really want to keep an indebted workforce. You know, America's just fucking crazy. At least I'm getting $1,200, I guess, but it's a pittance compared to everything else that's been sent out. So I'm poor enough. Like, if you have over $3,000, it's actually a net loss for you. But I'm poor enough that it's actually a net gain for me. So cheers to that, I fucking suppose. It's a fucking madhouse, though. I've really not been impressed with our fucking response at all. I'm gonna grab a smoke. Let's pull up the short. We'll sweat the short while we just sit here and fuck off. I'm up 4%. Maybe I should have. Yeah, I was thinking about doubling that first position, but I didn't. Which, that's probably on me. That would have been a pretty good spot to close it out at. I mean, 6% here isn't that bad. What are we... What's the market doing? What are we looking at here? My thing with crypto, and what I'm thinking here going over the next couple months, I'm not a technical I'm not a technical analyst. I'm not some amazing fucking trader. So here's my 2 fucking cents on that note. We're looking at What is eating up my bandwidth here? What is eating up my bandwidth? Oh well, that should be pretty good. So, the way I'm looking at it is we're in a bear market. Recession's pretty much confirmed. We got a relief rally, but there's no way we're pulling out of this. Too many Americans unemployed. Net inflow is just way too fucking low. We're hitting a recession. So, where do I think fucking crypto is going to play into that? I'm not overly optimistic in crypto. Mostly, I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin. I'm not a huge fucking fan of Bitcoin. It's okay, but I never use it. I never ever use Bitcoin. I would probably use it in this instance when I'm like shorting the market. I would wrap Bitcoin and I would go long on it. But like the only thing I would use Bitcoin for is like speculation. I never use Bitcoin. I use the fuck out of Ethereum. So honestly, Ethereum's my coin of choice. Ethereum's the first coin for me. Ethereum has first mover advantage. Ethereum's like the first crypto to me. I don't really consider Bitcoin, like, Bitcoin's just cool. Bitcoin was like a cool proof of concept, but it just doesn't, it doesn't wow me at all. So how do I feel the next couple months going forward? Well, the way I'm kind of looking at it is, if stocks go down, Bitcoin probably goes down. They're decently correlated in that I still feel like stocks are like the primo purchase. I just don't see Bitcoin. The big thing that like let's set all the bullshit aside and just talk about like $100,000 Bitcoin or anything. I just don't see it getting there just from a psychological standpoint. Like $100,000 is a huge number. It's also a crazy amount of wealth and everything in general. I just that's a lot of pressure to keep pushing that price up, an extreme amount of demand. And then you have to compare that to everything else that you could purchase with your money. And there's stuff like Ethereum, there's actual stocks, there's gold and everything. And I just don't see crypto making that kind of run up when you could put all that money somewhere else. I just don't see it, you know? If there was like more intrinsic value in crypto, you know, like I guess Ethereum's better because I mean like I'm getting the staking and everything, so that gives me a little bit more value for just holding it. But for Bitcoin, I just want to dump it into stocks, and I would always keep a small amount, but I would just like dump it into. You know how people stack Sats, and they're like, well, as soon as don't worry, don't talk about it in U.S. dollars. Just as soon as the ratio is good, stack Sats. That's what they like to say to you. So That's kind of how I feel about it too. Like when the ratio is good in crypto to real assets, then you get out of crypto and you get into real assets. Like when the exchange rate is good, you get out of crypto and you go back into real assets. So I feel like the exchange rate is too good at the moment. I mean, Bitcoin crashed a bit, but it's still pretty comparable. If we have a bear market and Bitcoin just crabs around 6,000, that's still a really good rate to trade into other assets. Um, but I'm just a tiny little minnow. I mean, there's tons of fucking money. And it gets to a point, too, where you get so large you just have spare cash to park in different investment vehicles. So, I mean, it could really, anything could happen. Our market cap's so tiny, too, that, I mean, anything could happen. It's so tiny, it's easily manipulated. I mean, it's pretty much at the point, like, the manipulation is so fucking clockwork. We're at the point where we just, like, wait for it to happen, and we're like, ah, there's the manipulation, now we go from here. You know, like, I've certainly seen much better. I don't get why I don't get why the stream quality is just bouncing around like that. I wanna see it. I want to believe it. I want to know what you know. Where do I put the fucking delay at? I forget. Oh god, it's been so long. Ah, here we go. We try taking off the delay, and I'll see if that does the trick. I'm gonna restart it real quick, just because I'm. That's weird, man. You know what? Let me just go into Task Manager here and let's see if we can just. That seemed to help slightly, but here we go. Maybe it's because I didn't have my buffer size on. Well, it's slightly better. It's not completely zeroing out, but I'm not sure if it's just because, you know, we're getting hammered with everyone being home, or what? There we go. So yeah, we're crabbing around here. I got like, I'm basically break even to like 5% on that little trade. Um, and they're talking about 200,000, but if you actually look at the numbers and you talk to the experts, we're aiming, they expect America to have 1 million deaths. So it looks like we're going to kill 1 million people. Now, we could only have 200,000 people die, but our medical infrastructure is so poor. We're so unprepared. We're so understaffed. Our infrastructure is so poor. Then there's just our general culture. I mean, everything is basically like a pandemic is the worst thing for America. Um, we don't even have the number of hospitals that we need to handle it. So it's going to be very poor, especially in the bigger cities. Like you're already seeing New York collapse. All the big cities, their infrastructure is basically going to collapse. We're going to lose a lot of doctors, which, I mean, there's a lot of hidden cost as well. When we lose these highly educated doctors, when we lose people who take 10 to 20 years to train, when we just lose medical expertise that could be used to train the next generation, that fucking sucks. We're going to lose a couple of young doctors. We're going to lose a couple old doctors. They don't have the gear that they need. I mean, it's pretty bad. And it surprises like nobody. I mean, there's people like me who have been fucking bitching about this shit forever. Like, all it needs is a fucking pin to pop this balloon, and here we fucking are. Popped, man. So we'll see. We'll see what the fucking response is, but I'm just not. I haven't been impressed so far. I wasn't expected to be impressed, but they managed to roll that bar along the fucking floor, didn't they? Holy shit. Holy shit. Really surprised me with how poor a showing. Because it was basically a home run. I mean, pandemic response, you switch over to wartime presidency, you put out I mean, his approval numbers were going up. All he really needed to do was just do a very hard, authoritative pandemic response, just viral control. And, God, they have butchered it. They butchered it. It'd be one thing if just butchered. He really didn't want to shut anything down, but now it's just so butchered, man. The supply lines, the fucking communication between different departments and states, it's a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess. We're gonna be the farthest thing from South Korea. I'm wondering how we'll perform versus India. India's getting hit pretty hard. But God, I've just been more or less watching a fucking train wreck. So, it doesn't make me feel any better. I'm pretty annoyed about the entire thing too, because I mean, my grandmother, she has pulmonary fibrosis, and if she catches a whiff of this, then that's fucking it. That's fucking it. So we haven't left the fucking house at all. I had groceries before. Before it was a national emergency, I was stocked up. I was telling my family, I was like, hey, it's fucking coming. It's fucking coming. What happened? Someone just dump it down to 133? I'd love to dump down back below. What were we at the other night? 130? I'd love to touch 130 again tonight. That'd be great. That'd just be fucking great. I play a lot on the short term. I don't really do any midterm to long term trades unless I find myself at the wrong side of stupid, you know? I fuck up a short term, but I'm in position for a long term, so I'm just like, well, I guess we're riding this bad boy out. Like that's how it happened. Like the last leverage, it almost liquidated me the first time. It dropped me down to I think Ethereum dropped down to 118, and my liquidation was like 117.99, and I was like, fuck it, if I get liquidated, I get liquidated. And then it bounced back and went up to 280. That was good. But that's about where I go long at. Normally I'm a lot more short term. Let's see. So we got some decent volume here. I just don't feel like look at the fucking weekend. Look at the fucking weekend, right? We had as soon as the fucking futures market went down, we fucking plummeted. We dropped. And it wasn't until the fucking futures market opened back up that we gapped the fuck back up. I mean, if it wasn't for the stock market, we would be trading at least around 45 fucking hundred, right? I mean, we fucking dropped. The volume's fucking low. I just don't fucking see it. I just don't fucking see it there. And then every single fucking time the futures comes up, I'll go ahead and tell you a secret if you just want to fucking trade. Just watch the fucking futures. Just watch the fucking futures. They're like fucking gypsy magic, man. Tell you 1,000 fucking days of futures. It's just fucking just nuts. There's only been 3 gap ups that we haven't fucking closed. Man, is anyone gonna match up with me? Oh, hey, look. We just might fucking hit it. There we go. We're already up 7 fucking percent. I should have just dumped the rest into that position. I didn't know if I'd get a slightly better entry, and I was being a little bit greedy. I was a little bit greedy opening up this one. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Let me check out Bitcoin. Oh. 6,300. Look at it go. Die, motherfucker. What does that volume look like? That's not bad. That's almost as much as the dump the other night, but we've already broken below it. That was only 6,350. This is 6,300. Let's see if we break this. This is our support right here. We've been fighting 6,300. If you check the charts, we've been kind of bouncing around and above this for a while. Hey, 8%. When do I close it? I didn't have a goal in mind. I just was kind of drinking beer and short shit. Let me look at the chart. If we don't break 6,300, I'll just close it right fucking here. If we don't break 6,300, I'll close it right fucking here. I would have liked to slide. I should have closed that one as soon as I could have made a break-even price on it. I'll still lose like $1 on it. So I'm gonna give it a little bit. Because they haven't let up yet, man. Sellers are still fucking going at it. And I still haven't got a match in. So you know what? I must be logged into the wrong account. That's boobs. Yeah, this one was the wrong one, I was pretty sure. Let me see. Let me see what boobs is ranked. Yeah, I can still play with boobs. I don't know. Where'd I put my? There we go. I think I should have just closed it at 8. It's hard. It's hard for me to say because I mean we got the MTG MGOX whatever MTGOX however you say it MTG Ox, but they're handing out their coins and they're settling all their fucking accounts. So that's gonna be some sell pressure. The market's just about. I mean, it could break anyway, but if you look at the Dow Jones and everything, if you chart that, it's slowing down a lot. And if that breaks down, I think we're breaking down. But we'll see. I put 1,200. No, I put 1,500 into this account. I have 1,200 now because I fucked up. I really didn't know how to use this options site at all. I've been learning options and everything. Basically, I just closed what I did the other day was I closed 2 positions too early because you can see here, Ethereum's actually at if I check this, Ethereum's at 132, but it's on 129 here, so I wasn't really sure how the spread and everything worked. So I closed a couple positions early and locked in a loss, thinking that I was going to get liquidated, but it wouldn't have actually got to my liquidation point, and then it swung back down where I would have been in profit. So I opened my trades at not the best spot, but a decent spot to close them out at a profit, and then I just closed them too early, thinking that I was going to get liquidated because I didn't realize how the spread worked on here. There we go. There we fucking go. That's a decent, I could close that one. Don't that shit. Can you break the 63 fucking hundred? This is the show that I'm watching right now. Here we go. Can we fucking break the 63 fucking hundred? Do it. Do it. Do it. There we go. Keep going. Buster fucking open, man. It's oversold, but Buster fucking open. See, we've been fighting this mark for fucking weeks. There it is. There's when the first drop happened. You can see we bounced back up here to fucking touch it almost. And we hovered underneath it, came back up here to play again, spiked over. I mean, we've really been playing around the 63 fucking hundred mark. We've been playing around all this shit, really. It's a fucking game, ain't it? If we stay under 6,300, though, I'm not closing this out. I really want to close the tiny one, but we'll see. Is there any other big news for tomorrow? Let's see what the headlines here are. I'm actually shorting Ethereum instead of, let me check the Ethereum news. Bullish trend. I love reading that. The market's super bullish, guys, and then everyone just gets fucking destroyed. Super bearish market, and then it pumps like 50. Don't fucking ever trust the fucking articles. There's the 6,300. I mean, it's like trading on the 1 minute emotional fucking candles. But I'm gonna close this position because it's just so fucking tiny. You can take the fucking profit on this whenever. But if we bounce back up to 63.40, which what did the futures close at? What did the futures close at yesterday? 6,500. So the futures are up fucking here. So what do you think, that we fucking just like wake up in the morning and fucking go right back the fuck up? We do it every fucking day. I don't even fucking play around anymore, man. It's all fucking witchcraft. It's fucking sorcery. You just gotta know that it's just gonna do stupid shit. And then once you start planning for stupid shit, your profit just goes way up. You're like, okay, here's what the fundamentals and everything say. But hey, whoa, you can't be eating that. That's chili, buddy. You can't be eating chili. Alright, so there's a tiny little bit of profit. How much leverage? That gives me 23 Ethereum I can dump. So it looks like we might be below the 63 fucking hundred, but I just don't believe it, man. It's been so fucking weird lately. But I'm really expecting a red day in the stock market, like really fucking soon. I mean, either it's red or it's green, right? But the momentum and everything's really been slowing down, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're going down. But I mean, with nobody having jobs, I mean, with everything, with common sense and like the entire planet, right? You would think. But if there's any more engine in that fucking train, or gas in that fucking train, whatever, I'm drinking, then I guess it could go farther. And the way that they're buying equities, the way that they're doing the repos and everything, it's like gas in either direction. Like, if it wants to go up, it has more gas to go up. If it wants to go down, it has an easier time going fucking down. Like, it's not going to fucking crash. It's just going to either slide down or fucking slide up. And I feel like we're about to slide down. I feel like we slide down for a little bit, another little relief rally. There's a really optimistic scenario where, I mean, like, we go into Q4 and we're fucking recovering, right? Like, we did everything right. We really flattened the fucking curve. Our hospital, we've doubled the capacity in all of our hospitals and really given like a huge boost to our infrastructure there. So like capacity or extra outbreaks aren't even really an issue. So I mean, nothing's infected. We're basically all the way back to work because we haven't suffered any infrastructure loss per se. You know, there's just some people have lost. I mean, a lot of people have lost their jobs. Small businesses and everything will suffer, blah blah. But I mean, buildings and everything are still there. Blah blah blah. It's just really just a money issue and throwing more money at people and building them back up, right? But I don't see that fucking happening, man. We're so bad. Our response has been so fucking bad. I don't see that fucking happening. I think we go. I think it takes us a year and a half to really fucking recover from it. I have been reading a little bit about some impending risk on the housing market, so we'll see if that plays out. I'd love to see. I would. So bad. Being a bear is like really bad. Like, you know what? I'd love if everything went to shit here. That's bad, man. Gotta be careful because like I'll wish evil too well, and people will be like, "You gotta fucking die, dude." Yo, that's 10% fucking profit. Let's take it. That's a good 10% for the night. Like I said, the future market's been really fucking crazy. And I wouldn't be surprised if we just gap right the fucking back up in the morning. We could gap up, we could fucking crash all the way back here in like the span of an hour, and I wouldn't even stop sipping my fucking tea, you know? It would be that fucking normal. So let's take some profit. Let's roll that back into our fucking account. What I'm looking for from here is I don't see how we don't fucking meet up with the fucking stupid ass futures again, which settled around like 6,500 yesterday. So like I'd short again around here if we get back up here. If if all of the bullshit about the MTG GOG sellers comes to fruition and they start dumping their coins, then maybe I'll be sad that I missed out on a big fat profit there. But we really haven't stayed underneath 6,300 for that long. I don't really expect us to, so I don't see the point in trying to short from right here unless I'm just betting on everything crashing. And I just don't really I don't really take big risk if I can. I mean, you get in there, you get a nice 10% fucking profit and just walk the fucking out. Walk the fuck out, go play some fucking video games or something. That's good, man. You do that every single fucking day, I don't think anyone's gonna fucking worry about you. So, let's see. That put me back up to 1183 on this. I did take out $100 to buy some shit. So we're at 1300 now. So I'm down 200 basically from what I put on here to learn. Which, like I said, if I understood like the way that the price feeds worked on this a little bit better, then I could have just left that trade open. Here, I can even show it. So here we go. I'm pretty much break even on everything. But here it was. It was that big spike up to 7,000, and my liquidation, you can see my unit price was around 133. My liquidation was like 144 on Didex, but that was actually like 152 or 153 in Ethereum, and I thought when it hit like the 140 mark or whatever, that I was going to get liquidated. So I closed it way too fucking early and locked in that loss. And I could have just wrote it back out and came out in a huge profit when it dumped back down to like 5,200 like a day later. So that was just me being dumb. But it is like pennies, so we'll make that back. If I don't make it back, then I never should have been trading anyways. So this will be fun. This will be my options account, and we'll see how that goes for the year. Let's see if we can find a Skyweaver match now. Oh, Tanchu put up something. Let's see what that says. The first Hunters of Rio video tutorial is live. Get to know the Hunters of Rio server in style. Join Tanchu as he embarks on an epic quest spanning the multiverse, starting as a humble orphan in a dangerous land. Let's take a look. Oh, is that his new PC? That's a good looking little MMORPG. The only reason I didn't play it like the first week is as I AFK. Like, you saw me AFK here for like the last hour as we did that short. I was getting kicked out of the server like every 5 minutes. I couldn't stay in there. I think they bumped it up to 10 minutes, but I'm not even a huge Minecraft fan. I've been studying a bunch of other stuff and working on a bunch of other stuff. I'll put out some more game videos and everything soon. I've really been trying to learn the market and everything a little bit better. So I'll probably be doing more like day trading content and stuff like that. And then we'll still do gaming content and everything because I love video games. I'm huge in games. So we'll definitely be doing a lot of that. But we'll also we'll lose some money together. You know? We'll run to the restroom. Be right back. Hey, Grant. What's your watch? I still got my stream going. Is there nobody playing? Who wants to play with my boobs? Hey, come check out my username. I got the best username. It's okay, they can't see you over there. Look, I got the username. I got it. I got fucking boobs. I'm the boobs. I'm the best boobs in the fucking server. People see me in the arena and they just fucking gasp. Yeah, let me turn off the logo. Hey, we finally fucking got somebody. Somebody wants to play with my boobs. Let's do it. Let me play. Let me play. that's her getting some cat food out. Oh my gosh. I just want to play some Skyweaver. And then I want to watch the new Netflix Castlevania series. That looked pretty good. I like the first 2 seasons. I'm hoping the 3rd season is good. Come on! Let me fucking play. It's so loud. It's so loud. Like by default, it's like right there. It punch you in the fucking eardrum. Look at, I can't. It's all right though, because I know what everything is. Mushka's really good. Is there something that's like sucking up my fucking bandwidth? I mean, really not. That's why I don't get why it's having such an issue here. Maybe it's their servers, you know? Maybe it's not me. I gotta remember, everyone's fucking under load at the moment. Wow. Wow. I just want to play some Skyweaver. I can't go long on Ethereum because I don't have any Ethereum on here. I figured what I would do is, like I said, I start with 1500, and then it's not good to, just as a general rule of thumb, you want to be very careful. I mean, maybe you're amazing and you make a bunch of money, but you will make a fucking mistake, you know? That's some cold hard fucking truth. So you will fucking make a mistake at some point. So if you just keep doubling down on your leverage or doubling down on your bet, if you martingale, you're gonna fucking lose. But if you're consistent, if you're winning 60% of the time and you're making the same bet every single time, you're a fucking winner. But if you only win 60% of the time and you double up every single fucking time, you're gonna lose. You're gonna be knocked the fuck out. So a nice, consistent, long-term fucking game plan is always going to be best. So I'm going to get up to 2,000, and then Shogun's really good. That's really good. Storm Rider's really good. And I like the Oliphant as well. I think he has a shield. Yeah, he does. Am I even playing a human? It must be a human now. At first I was like, is this a human? It was so quick. The first turn was. I wasn't fucking sure. That should be alright though. The opening move, like, you gotta get a good fucking tempo. And this is a great one. Like, boom. You get the kill on him. I basically have full health units. And I still get to keep my mana gem. So he's in a really fucking tough spot already. Like, as long as I keep up the draw from here, it's basically my game. It's actually better to play the elephant. It's so loud. It's so loud. So we'll see what happens from here. But okay. This guy's gonna die. There's no way around that. Let's. Do I want to buff him up? That's my question. Yeah, we're already bouncing back up. See, we closed those shorts right on time. We're already back up. See, we closed them right here at 6:27. We're already back up to 6:30. Easy fucking pullback there. We'll see what happens here in a little bit. We would always just dump right away, right again. Because that only slightly brings it up and above oversold. What was that thing? It just... Oh, yeah, ready's your hero. I mean, I'm pretty much rushing for lethal here, right? Just with Wall of the Dead and fucking off, I should be able to kill him. That doesn't do anything to stop me. That's game. It's a good thing that Strength is actually a decent deck. That's really good tempo. If Strength didn't have good tempo, I would be super annoyed playing with it. Is this victory music new? Gosh, can we how long can we fucking crab for? It'd be really cool if we just crabbed for like a fucking month. Just like a month of just right here at the 6,500, just fluctuating fucking around. That'd be really cool. I love crabbing. See what we got. Strength agility can be a pretty tricky matchup because he has a bunch of shit to win the early game and make it hard on us. This is an okay hand. I don't have anything good. I don't have anything to even save my mana gem for, so I might as well just pop it early. Oh, well, that's good. That wasn't a strong play because I can just swing this dude into him, kill his glory guy, and once again, really easy board control. I have guard. I have a unit with 3/2. He can't kill it without playing a banner card, so there's his banner. But again, I still have control over the board. It doesn't have stealth. So I'm just able to keep making casual plays. I do like keeping it alive. That's my big thing. Just keeping it alive. That's fine. Because I mostly just want value out of it. I have to do this so that my hand size stays odd. Because he only draws if he dies on an odd hand size. So if I keep it in my hand and stay even, and I don't play it, it's just bad. This is a better board state for me. He's saving up for something. If he pops it here, though, I could just bury in snow. So that's fine. It's not even an issue. I mean, it's super okay because I can play it like this, and it's my turn to attack, so I can just trade it off at will and still get the card out of it, and then play the card I draw. So it doesn't mess me up there. If you're still leaving me with options, then I have fucking options. So you really want to eliminate the fucking options, otherwise it's really a non-play. Oh, I love flames, though. Putting flames on people is a really, really strong fucking play. Now, I'm not even going to take the flames off him because that slows me down so much. I'd rather take the damage, lose the unit. Yeah, I mean, I at least forced him to do all of that. He kills it, but it's not really that good. I hate to use him there, so I'm just gonna attack this guy. I hate to use him there. That flames could be lethal. He's so close to death. If I just toss him out right now, he'll just swing into him and kill him, and I'll barely get any value out of him. Let's see, what was that? Summon your topmost. An honor guard? So return him to deck. And this is where it just comes out better, I guess. Play him there. Now he's down to 3. He has to play banner again to kill it. That puts him down to 1 in lethal. I mean, he's just kind of out of options. And the flame jab alone is lethal. So, let's see what he does. see, it doesn't matter. We got him. So I guess I have a couple gold cards from the last season. So I leveled a couple accounts up to the top 500. I guess that's the best. Looks like Bitcoin's recovering. Okay, that's a sharp fucking V on the fucking RSI. Yeah, we'll be like back up to 6,500 by the fucking morning. I ain't even gonna fuck with it from here. Let's just like check Twitter and shit. Oh my gosh, man. Everyone's quoting Trump. He doesn't say a single fucking thing that's helpful to anybody. That's a really good glory. I don't have anything to stop that. Go with the double guard. So here's the quote. President Trump says from the beginning he knew thousands could die from coronavirus, but wanted to be positive, so that's why he essentially downplayed the virus early on. He says, I knew it could be horrible. I knew it could be maybe good. And that's probably a fucking direct quote from him. I was watching his press conferences, and man, it's just such a fucking mess. Oh, they're a mess. That matchstick motherfucker, that's a good card. I hate to play without having an odd hand size, but I really wanted to go wide. He has a lot of glory cards. So the reason I bounced back my unit to my hand, I mean, I think it was pretty obvious, but I guess I should walk back through it, is, you know, it was almost going to die. There's no reason to send one of my units to the grave and not get a trade out when it's a 0-1. So bounce it back to my hand, get 2 mana back, and still play 2 cards. So win-win. I mean, I gotta kill that stupid thing. Take the free card, see what I get. That's not bad. These headphones are too small. Whoa. He's a good girl. You finally got the glory off on me. Hopefully it doesn't matter much here. I still got a free unit out of it. That sucks. So... I'll just bounce it back to my hand. Oh, he returned that one? I figured he'd just kill that one. I would have returned something else. I would have killed that one because it had 1 HP. That's not even fucking bad. That's not bad at all. Why would you do it like that? That's like that's how I would have played it against myself. Like if I could have played your turn for me, but I still had to like half-ass it. That's how I would have half-assed your turn for myself. Thank you. I need some fucking water after this match. Maybe he wanted to save his HP. But see, man, what does it matter if you win at 17 or you win at 21? You just need to win with 1 more than you need. Let's see. It's kind of a free turn here. Let's go for the card advantage. If shit gets too bad, I'll Maelstrom. But now I have hand advantage. These guys are all buffed up, so they'll be a little bit trickier to deal with. And I have board control, you know. I'm 2-1. He has to come against me, so I have room here to do that. You definitely don't want to draw when you're behind. If I was behind there, if he had a unit on the board, then I would have been forced to play a unit. Or I could have done that and gambled on a big Maelstrom or something, but you're definitely bumping up your risk from there. I'm feeling pretty comfortable about this match. People are Zoom bombing. That's funny. So they're just like punching in random URLs and just jumping in people's Zoom meetings and just being like, fuck you. Alright, I'm gonna grab some water. There's another win. Basically, I'm just gonna take each account of mine. I'm gonna come in. We're gonna win 10 times real quick. And, oh, it's a hackathon. I don't have any skills. I don't have any coding skills. I'll just get each account up to like journeyman or whatever. Get 10 wins and rank them up once, and then I go to the next. That was enough last time to hit the top 50. So I'll be right back. I'm thirsty as fuck. Oh no, did you get into the chili? I guess better you than the cat. Alright, let's play another match of Skyweaver. Oh, yeah, that's right. I always forget about accepting it twice. I'm here. Accepted it a third time. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, welcome back, Sinister. This will be a good rematch. We'll take this one, and we'll take this one. Unicron's pretty good. And then Chain Lasso. Unstoppable Chop ain't that bad either, but the creatures are better for your tempo. got a pretty decent hand. I would have to draw. If I draw a 1-drop unit, then I'd be really happy because I could go chain lasso into the 1-drop. But I'd have to get. I'd have to draw the 1-drop. I mean, do I just kill this thing? Ah, I could have done it without killing my unit too. I was slightly distracted. Trying to figure out why OBS is having such poor connection issues tonight. I'm gonna change my DNS servers. I'm gonna change them over to Google's off of my ISP, and we'll see if that fucking helps and update some things. Oh, they changed it. Yeah, it was really good before, where it would just do 3 damage to enemies. Yeah, it was really good. It's too good. I mean, that unit of his can't even fucking attack. Make him pay the 3 mana. No reason to go easy on him. kind of a waste to use that there, but he doesn't have many cards in his hand. He doesn't have any bombs or anything, and I want to clear the board up. I don't want to go into another turn with him. I just want to keep pressure on him. I just want to keep fucking pressure on him and win this. Okay, that should do it. Everyone's doing a bunch of like April Fool's giveaways. Okay, looks like he's just giving it up. It just seems to me like he has a big tendency to fucking drop a wrath on you. How many white spells are there? I get wrath from him all the time. Trump says he's gonna do a gigantic $2 trillion infrastructure bill, but with everything that we've seen so far and the misallocation of just near everything, what a waste of infrastructure this bill is gonna fucking be. It's not gonna be infrastructure like medical care and fucking free college and education and shit like that. It's gonna just be like pointless fucking roads and shit. There'll be a lot of slush fund fucking money wasted. The Tiger King was pretty fucking good. I'm pretty good. There's a couple matches there. Let's take a look and see what's going on. We came back up to 6,300. I'm probably not gonna short it again tonight. Ooh. Let's see how the futures look. I don't know if the futures, but oh yeah, the futures. I might re-enter in the morning. Like if we get back up here to the 7,000, it's been so strong. I mean, look at that. It's only wicked up there twice, and it just can't fucking break it. We've been stuck around here, which is the 6,600. You can see there that it's had some contention there. So if we get back around here, I'll probably short again. I'll probably open up a tiny one or something. See what happens from there. Well, not bad profit tonight. I'm going to take a break, get some work done, maybe watch some Tiger King. Appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. I will try to troubleshoot everything, update the PC, and see exactly why OBS is having some latency issues. Yeah, I'll probably be streaming a little bit more, maybe 2 to 3 times a week now. Since we got more spare time since it went something wrong. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. As always, I love to have you guys, and I'll see you soon.